Whenever else is panicking, then buy more.
If you look at Chainlink, it's a key and very clever idea.
This chart shows development activity on ICP.
We believe as an industry that in the next 1 year,
So the whole reason this channel exists is to identify the highest quality, earliest stage assets on the planet that can provide the most life-changing upside. That's it. Having our lives changed by investing. As simple as that. The early investors in the internet did it. The early investors in the first blockchain protocols did it. Well, what comes next? What are the most beaten down, revolutionary, high quality assets on the planet? That's what we're discovering. First, let's talk about price action, because that seems to be what people are worried about. Nothing new. Most revolutionary assets are extremely volatile, are all over the place. Amazon melted down 90% before going up 600x. So first, let's address price action concerns. Here are some comments I received on YouTube. Both of those, ICP and Link, were very disappointing compared to so many others. ICP is the bane of my crypto journey. He's probably not staking his ICP and earning daily passive income. Bought this at $150 back in 2021. Don't tell me nothing, bro. Bitcoin 6x from the bear. Solana over 20x. Is ICP the future in great tech? Maybe, but nothing to show so far. No adoption. Maybe next cycle will be ICP cycle. Maybe not. People look at the chart of ICP. They look at the chart of Chainlink. They say other stuff is outperforming. We should be buying those assets, not ICP, not Chainlink, and that's based purely on the price action of both of those assets. They're saying stay away. What does Elon Musk say? He's obviously the richest human on the planet. What does he say to do when you find an early stage undiscovered asset that has a terrible looking chart?
I think probably a smart move overall, and this is guidance that I think applies across the ages, is if there are companies in whose products you believe, buy and hold the stock. And whenever else is panicking, then buy more. And when everyone else thinks that the stock is going to the moon, sell it. Sort of the buy low, sell high.
Again, the richest human on the planet is telling you how to invest. When everyone else is panicking, you buy the asset you believe in. That's it. So looking at a price chart and complaining or whining, that's not what he's telling you to do. The people that do that would have made you miss out on moves like this in Cardano. Back here in 2020, this was the price chart of Cardano. November 15, 2020, the price of Cardano was 10 cents. Here was the chart. It looked miserable, right? Terrible. The same people whining about ICP and Chainlink price action would have been whining about Cardano's price action back here. Look at what Bitcoin was doing on November 15, 2020. It had already started massively outperforming Cardano. It was skyrocketing. It was about to make a new all-time high. Same people saying, oh, let's go chase Solana. Let's go chase Bitcoin today because their charts look way better than an asset like ICP or Chainlink. Those same people back here would have been saying, oh, let's go chase Bitcoin instead of Cardano back in 2020. Well, what would have happened if you had chased Bitcoin instead of buying a chart like Cardano on November 15, 2020? Well, let's look at the returns of both of these assets. Cardano from November 15, 2020 to August 31, 2021 did a 30x move from that period. It went to $3 from 10 cents. What did Bitcoin do from that point? It went from $16,000 to a high of $69,000. That's a 4.3x. So for chasing the chart that is doing well, you would have earned 4.3x in one of the biggest crypto bull runs of all time. You would have missed the 30x return that you get only by buying assets when the charts look horrendous. Chasing pumping charts does nothing for you. It causes you to massively underperform the assets that could have been bought when the charts looked horrendous. The uglier the chart, the higher the quality, the bigger the upside, the more life-changing the upside. Again, this channel is all about life-changing returns. We try to maximize our odds, getting life-changing returns. The only way to do that is to find assets that are on as deep a discount as possible, and again, have the highest quality fundamentals imaginable. So do these two assets, ICP and Chainlink, have the highest quality fundamentals imaginable? To answer that, let's look at what another billionaire thinks. Eric Schmidt, the ex-CEO of Google. Why do we care what Eric Schmidt, the ex-CEO of Google, thinks? Well, to start, as of May 2025, Eric Schmidt's net worth is estimated to be around $32 billion, according to Bloomberg. He's the ex-CEO of Google, deeply connected. America's Frontier Fund, AFF. Schmidt is a key figure in this public-private investment fund, which blends government and private capital to support defense-related tech startups, such as those in AI and microelectronics. Critics highlight potential conflicts, as Schmidt has invested millions in similar startups, raising questions about the use of public funds for personal gain. So he's not only a multi-billionaire many times over, one of the most successful people on the planet, one of the most connected people in tech, but he also helps steer the government's capital into investments via America's Frontier Fund. And what's one of the best ways of making life-changing returns? It's having a glimpse into the future. And these super connected multi-billionaires have a better window into what that future is going to look like than most of us. So let's start with Eric Schmidt's opinion of Chainlink. Chainlink is a secret ingredient to unlocking the potential of smart contract platforms and revolutionizing business and society, said Eric Schmidt, former Google CEO and chairman. It's a secret ingredient to unlocking the potential of smart contract platforms. What is the potential of smart contract platforms? Well, trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of the world's value is in the process of being tokenized using smart contracts. And he's saying Chainlink is a secret ingredient. That's what we've been talking about. Chainlink being the glue that holds the future financial system together. We have Eric Schmidt, super connected. We have the US government listening to him for which assets to use. So lo and behold, we see a slew of insanely huge partnerships for Chainlink. This is Donald Trump's family's company, World Liberty Financial. We're excited to announce that we're adopting the Chainlink standard for on-chain data and cross-chain connectivity. The graph to adopt Chainlink interoperability standard to enable secure cross-chain transfers of GRT. Solana, very recently, big unlock for Solana DeFi. Chainlink CCIP is now live on mainnet, connecting $18 billion plus in assets, cross-chain messaging, and again, the cross-chain transfer standard to Solana. What do all these have in common? They're all calling it the Chainlink standard. They're all adopting the Chainlink standard. Again, the US government, the world listens to Eric Schmidt when he tells them where to invest. He's a huge believer in Chainlink. So the world is listening to him, and we're getting these massive partnerships for Chainlink. That's not the only reason we're getting these massive partnerships. It's revolutionary, important technology, but it's one of the reasons. So now let's look at Eric Schmidt's vision of the future, what he sees coming next. Again, that's going to tell us which assets to invest in.
If you look at Chainlink, it's a key and very clever idea so that you understand sort of where everything is and where it came from in that sense. So what that category of people, which is a new generation of computer scientists, are doing is they're recreating in the decentralized world, in the distributed world, things which we always thought had to be centralized. The reason they're having a little bit of trouble right now is simply latency. These systems are still slow. So if you talk to a true believer in that space, and I've talked to quite a few, they're very passionate that this distributed model will solve many of these problems. The issue that they have is that the performance of the systems is not fast enough to allow much of the kind of thing that we're talking about now. They believe, and I agree with them, that there's so much money in the space that these problems will get addressed over time.
Okay, so in that clip, he's obviously extremely bullish Chainlink, which we've covered. But another crucial point that he makes in that clip is that decentralized technology is the future. He's saying that's the next generation of computer science. And he's saying the only thing really getting in the way of these decentralized systems taking over is latency, is speed. That's super, super, super important. So he believes in decentralized systems. What else does he see for the future?
We believe as an industry that in the next 1 year, the vast majority of programmers will be replaced by AI programmers. I want to make the point here is that in the next year or two, this foundation is being locked in, and we're not going to stop it. It gets much more interesting after that. Because remember, the computers are now doing self-improvement. They're learning how to plan, and they don't have to listen to us anymore. We call that superintelligence, or ASI, artificial superintelligence. And this is the theory that there will be computers that are smarter than the sum of humans. The San Francisco consensus is this occurs within 6 years.
Okay, so the first clip showed that he believes in decentralized systems. He believes in blockchain technology. The second clip showed that he believes in artificial intelligence, AI agents taking over. Software that gets smarter, that can code. So which crypto project is working and building the future that Eric Schmidt imagines? Obviously, it's Chainlink that's connecting blockchains. But what about blockchains like ICP? This is the head of ICP, Dominic Williams. World Computer Day on the 3rd of June, that's coming up at Dfinity HQ, Zurich. Might as well have been called Caffeine AI and Self-Writing Internet Day. TikTok can't get no sleep. ICP, the self-writing internet. What other blockchain not only is a world computer that doesn't need big tech, that is fully decentralized? It's a decentralized autonomous organization that votes in a democratic way on decisions within the ecosystem. So it's decentralized. Again, Eric Schmidt is extremely bullish on decentralized technology. And we have a self-writing internet being created. What other crypto project combines both? Caffeine is eating up all my tweeting time, but progressing well. Why the effort? It's the first real self-writing apps platform. The first. It's the first time Web3 betters Web2 technology. So Dfinity has been working on this technology behind the scenes. We don't have a big tech solution publicly available that provides self-writing apps where you just speak into existence software that is intelligent and that can create whatever app you want without code. We don't have a public solution for that from Web2. He's saying it's the first time Web3 is going to produce one, and it's better than anything Web2 has created. First time 99% degens understand ICP because of this powerful technology. On-chain is the new online, real, right? That's what Eric Schmidt is saying. Decentralized technology is the future. On-chain, the new online. We want to be on-chain. That's ICP. Fully on-chain world computer. Self-writing internet. Again, Eric Schmidt's believing in that future. And an AI giving people power. Revolutionary technology. What other crypto project combines all that technology? Now, again, on the surface, that is absolutely massive. But what you have to do when you're investing in crypto is find the assets that aren't just promising technology. Because any project can come out with a bunch of hype, promise world computer technology, promise true decentralized technology, promise self-writing AI. But how many projects can actually back it up with adoption? The key to investing in crypto is exponential adoption. That is it. Exponential adoption and network effects. So let's dive through some on-chain fundamentals related to ICP. This chart shows the number of ICP addresses with a balance of over 1 million. Skyrocketing in May 2025. This comes from icterminal.com. This is whales with have over 1 million ICP buying. They're not selling. What you see with a lot of crypto projects is whales dumping on retail. These whales with over 1 million ICP in their wallets are adding to their balances. Money pouring in. We have whales stacking ICP. What about building activity? This chart from Sentiment shows development activity on ICP. So we have just a melting up of development activity. People building on the world computer, building self-writing internets on the world computer. So we have money coming in. We have whales buying. We have massive amounts of development. What about retail adoption? Retail adoption is rising. So from a year ago, 2024, we have 22,000 wallets with over 10 ICP, up 26%. In this horrendous downturn, we have retail adoption, we have whale adoption, flocking to this revolutionary technology behind the scenes. The key to finding life-changing crypto projects is to find the assets that can build and grow in an exponential way while the price is falling. That speaks to resilience. That's all Bitcoin ever was. The network grew while the price fell. It got stronger and stronger and stronger. 8,700 wallets with over 100 ICP, up 20%. 1,700 wallets with over 1,000 ICP, up 12%. We have the Dfinity Foundation with 29.2 million ICP, staked for 8 years. They're not selling. They're earning passive income from that stack by staking it, but they're not selling. They're invested in it. These are just some stats related to this platform. So across the board, exponential growth. That's what we want in this space. Chainlink, massive adoption. ICP, massive adoption and revolutionary technology. Both in line with the vision of the future that Eric Schmidt, who's extremely connected, is creating and understands is coming.